Hi, I am Dr. Raviraj. I am board certified Ayurvedic practitioner and I have more than 17 years of experience in treating psoriasis. And I am practicing in Vedam Ayurveda Multi Speciality Hospital. It is located in Bangalore, BDM first stage. Today I am going to explain about one of the deadliest skin disease called as psoriasis. Psoriasis is one of the common skin disease, and also it is very well known as an incurable disease, or it is non treatable. It can be like it is like one of the deadliest skin disease where it will spread all over the body. See, many people used to ask me the question, what is psoriasis? Why it is affecting the people? What may be the cause for this disease? Let me explain you few things. Psoriasis is a skin disease. When it comes to skin, many people skin is a outer layer. It is a symbol of our confidence and beauty. Anything happens to the skin, usually people will become more conscious, more disturbed, and they will become anxiety. In that case, when one person affects with the psoriasis, we cannot even imagine also, because that person will completely keep a distance from social life. Why so? Let me explain you. Psoriasis is a skin disease, yes, of course, but it is also called as an autoimmune disease. What is the meaning of autoimmune? See, we have an immune system. The function of immune system is to fight against any outside or inside invaders. But in case of psoriasis, our own immune system will be mistakenly attacks healthy cells of the body. When it attacks healthy cells of the body, there will be an unwanted, uncontrolled, excessive production of cells inside the body that will be pushed to the upper layer of skin, and then it will appear as a psoriatic patch. So usually when psoriasis starts, when the patch starts in any person, everybody will be going to some pharmacies, and then they will start applying some creams, ointments, lotion. Frankly speaking, no ointments, no creams, no lotions will help in treating the psoriasis, because psoriasis appears in the skin, but the root cause is inside. So, I have seen this disease in all age group, but there is a two peak points in this disease. The age group will be 20 to 30 and 50 to 60. Equally, it is affected by both men and women. Even nowadays, I have seen in 21-month baby affected with the psoriasis. What may be the reason for this deadly skin disease? That we have to analyze it. See, psoriasis is not only a skin disease or autoimmune disease, it is also called as psychosomatic disorder. When this disease comes, in three areas, the person will be completely disturbed. One is his personal life, professional life, and social life. Because psoriasis appears in the skin. Keeping this disease and going outside is really embarrassing. Many people are facing a lot of embarrassment, insults, and they will keep away from the society. social gatherings, and I have seen many in many married couple there will be they got a lot of controversies in between them, and they went for divorce. When it affects with the children's, they will not go to schools, and they will keep away from other children's. And even though many youngsters, they're well educated academically and they have a very good position in their life, they will be they will keep away from their profession because of this disease. So this disease has to be addressed properly. In detail about the cause for the psoriasis. According to modern science, cause is not known. But according to Ayurveda, it is clearly explained what is the main positive factor for the psoriasis. Point number 1. The main cause for the psoriasis is genetics, predisposition. Means if anyone is suffering in their family, their mother, father, grandfather or grandmother, that may be transferred to their son or grandsons. This is one of the reasons for the psoriasis. In Ayurveda, they clearly explain to manifest it or cause for the psoriasis is lifestyle and food habit. Then, what is this food habits? How this can cause psoriasis? It may be surprising for the few people. In Ayurveda, they will clearly explain one who takes opposite qualities of food, that we call it as Viruddha Ahara, means taking non-vegetarian with milk, curd, or taking milk with salt, or taking too cold and too hot food items together, sleeping in daytime, eating again and again, eating even though previous meal is not digested, eating about it, or eating repeatedly, eating junk food, eating heavy to digest food, eating sour, salty and masala items, eating deep fried items, taking lot of stress, alcohol consumption, tobacco consumption, and waking up in the night. These kind of mistakes one person does, this will result in the imbalance of doshas inside the body, will result in manifestation of the psoriasis. Once the person gets the psoriasis, there are some triggering cause which can intensify the symptom, that is tobacco, alcohol, non-vegetarian, taking a lot of stress, injury, consumption of some drugs like anti-malarial drugs. These can be trigger the symptoms of psoriasis. So one should understand that when we are going to treat psoriasis, we need to treat the cause first. So these are the causes which can result in manifestation of psoriasis. The symptoms, signs and symptoms of psoriasis is very simple. It starts from a single pimple, single small patch, like a coin, in size of a coin. But when it comes, usually the people will not be aware of this. Usually they will mistaken as a fungal infection or allergy or any kind of skin disease. But there are some particular signs and symptoms expressed in psoriasis. The psoriatic patches may start anywhere in the body, either it may be in the scalp or head, like chest, thigh folds, or foot, palm, anywhere. When it starts from a single patch. It looks like elevated, reddish, pinkish patches. In these patches, there will be a silvery scale, like when we look at it in a fish skin, when they peel off the fish skin, how it looks. The similar way in the psoriasis, in these elevated reddish and pinkish patches, we can see a silvery scales. That is the one of the main symptom and sign in the psoriasis. And also, like, there will be a severe itching, sometimes bleeding, dryness in the skin, sometimes a pus collected patches, sometimes a liquid will be oozing out, burning sensation, cracking of the skin. All these are symptoms and signs and symptoms of psoriasis. So, one who is suffering with this kind of signs and symptoms, especially in this disease, there will be extreme itching will be there. Usually, the people will, whatever they will get to their hand, any kind of device, they will start using that devices to rub or to satisfy the itching. Some people will use the comb, some people will use the stone, or some people will use the sharp objects. Even I have come across with examples like they will use knife, blades, hot water. They will take hot water and they will pour on the psoriatic patch. These kind of habits which I have seen in psoriasis patients, that we have to understand when this disease have an extreme itching, even though after itching for several times, they won't get satisfaction. Sometimes it is even bleeding also. And one more symptom I have explained, that is the silvery scales. So when they start rubbing, when they start getting itching, the scales will be powdery like scales will be falling on the ground, on their bed, pillow, and they will come with the handful that powdery, scaly, silvery scaly powder. So this kind of symptoms will be there in the psoriasis. So one should understand that when the psoriasis starts, one should completely caution about this disease. This should be addressed in one or two patches, and it is in one or two patches. One should be addressed properly and get treated properly. The types of psoriasis like scalp psoriasis, palmoplantar psoriasis, inverse psoriasis, pustular psoriasis, plaque psoriasis. Let me explain you in a brief way each kind of psoriasis and its peculiar signs and symptoms. When we speak about the scalp psoriasis, the scalp is like head. Usually when the psoriasis comes in the scalp, people will be confused with the dandruff. They will think that it is they have a dandruff. They started using shampoos, lotions. When they use these kind of chemical lotions and shampoos, it feels like one day it comes down, again it comes back. So how to differentiate dandruff and psoriasis? It's very simple. Like in dandruff, it's a simple dandruff, but in scalp psoriasis, there will be a pinkish or whitish patches in the scalp and also in the forehead and behind the neck. When you scratch, there will be a silvery scale will come out, and then you can observe the tiny blood spot, and also behind the ears. This is a scalp psoriasis. Second one is palmoplantar psoriasis. Usually it affects the palm and foot. The palm will be completely rough, hard, and Usually, the people who affected with this palmoplantar psoriasis, they will be having that inferiority complex in the society. Like they won't come forward to give thanks, and they will always they will hide their palms. So these are the signs and symptoms of palmoplantar psoriasis. Third one is inverse psoriasis. Inverse psoriasis means wherever we see the skin folds, like a thigh folds, butt region, abdominal region, under the breast, there will be a pinkish and reddish patches we can observe it. So usually when these patches appears in these skin folds, people usually they get confused with a fungal infection and they will start using the antifungal. So before come to conclusion either it is psoriasis or fungal infection, just get diagnosed properly. Then pustular psoriasis. Pustular psoriasis is one kind of a painful type of skin the psoriasis where the pus filled patches we can observe all over the body. Another psoriasis is gutted psoriasis. So this psoriasis having a small, tiny patches like a rainy water drop, reddish color. So this is a gutted psoriasis. Apart from this, there is another kind of psoriasis. If one person neglects the psoriasis, it even affects the nails also. That we call it as a nail psoriasis. Usually the nail will be losing its shape and also like color. Sometimes there will be a cement kind of substance will be deposited under the nail bed. This is called as nail psoriasis. Palmoplantar psoriasis, in this area, the skin will be more thickened, the patch will be more thickened, and it will be very rough. We can see sometimes the crackings in the palm. So usually this thickening of the patch we can observe only in the palm and foot. When we compare to other part of the body, psoriasis, in this area the patches will be more thickened and more rough and more stubborn, I can say. This will trigger with the weather changes, especially in the winter season. Psoriasis will go to very peak. So what happens in the winter is the symptoms will become intensify more. It will go to very extreme, and the person will experience more powdery or flakes will come out, and crackings, bleeding, itching. The patches will increase. This is mainly because of trigger in the in the weather variations we can call. Especially winter season is the this season is the main cause for triggering the psoriasis. One should know what to eat, what not to eat. Means the psoriasis starts from gut. Keeping a gut clean is very, very, very important. Here, the food acts as a poison, and also a food can also act as a medicine. When it comes to psoriasis, the food is the main cause for psoriasis, which I told you before. So, what food one should take? What kind of food psoriasis patient should follow? What food items one should avoid? Point number one should avoid completely non-vegetarian, because it is very clear that in Ayurveda, anything which is heavy to digest, which will increase the inflammation in the body, and also it will be cause for the psoriasis. Point number one. Point number two, anything which is more salty, more spicy, more masala, all these ingredients which can trigger the pitta in the body. Pitta is one of the major dosha which can cause or trigger the psoriasis. And maida, and also we can call it as a white poison. Maida is heavy to digest. One should not consume. Urad dal, like dosa, idli. Let me explain. Many people will ask me like, why is urad dal? Urad dal is very simple. Anything which is ferment, which can trigger the psoriasis. Please avoid outside restaurant food. It is very clear that anything which is added with the preservatives, junk food, ready to cook food, or prepared and kept, and also like keeping in the freezer, these items should be avoided. One should not consume brinjal, potato, curd, cheese, paneer, citric fruit, and which can like one more thing is like chana. These items one should avoid. During this season, especially psoriasis will trigger. My tip is very simple. Kindly take care of your gut first. Consume always hot water. Sleep early and wake up early. And don't expose your skin to too much sunlight or too much cold wind. And you can use a pure virgin coconut oil which you can apply on the skin, so it will act as a moisturizer, and also it will reduce the itching and also burning sensation, and the patches will be slowly it will be diminished. And second thing is you can use turmeric. Turmeric is an excellent one of the excellent an ingredient which we will be using for treating many skin diseases. You can use turmeric in your food items. These are the two things I wanted to give the tip. And one more thing is, kindly wear a cotton cloth. Don't wear anything which is very rough, which can irritate your skin. And I want to tell one thing: keeping your mind calm and peaceful is most important. Please practice pranayama, dhyana, and yoga.